Hello. This is fun. I'm loving this already. Confidence is not something that you're born with or you wait to feel. It's something you build brick by brick through how you treat yourself when nobody's watching. Hi, my name's Ella, and I'm going to teach you today how I think real confidence is built. In this video that you see here is me dancing on stage. Now, you might be like, wow, she is so confident. Look at her up there. Well, a year ago today, I had never danced a day in my entire life. So given the fact that I had, at that time, 6 months of dance experience, I was most certainly shitting my pants up there. However, because I have this strong foundation of confidence that I've built myself, I was able to get up there and do what I wanted to do despite how I felt. So let me tell you what confidence actually is. Dr. Ivan Joseph, who has a PhD in sports psychology and is a best-selling author of You Got This, Mastering the Skill of Self-Confidence, defines confidence as the ability to believe in yourself, to accomplish any task, no matter the odds, the difficulty, the adversity. I love this definition, but I want to take it further. Because confidence isn't just about big moments, like performances, auditions, interviews, or presentations. It's for a Tuesday. It's for walking into a room. It's for looking in the mirror on a bad skin day and not letting it completely ruin you. This is everyday confidence, and that's what I'm trying to build and talk about here. So there's a real difference between fake confidence and real confidence. Fake confidence is loud. It needs to be validated. There needs to be an audience so that someone can feel like they're doing something right. They need to be the most admired. But the second the validation stops, it all collapses. Because it was never real to begin with. It was just a performance. Real confidence doesn't need anyone in the room. It's quiet, settled, it lives inside of you, and it doesn't leave when things get hard. So I'm going to tell you how I built my personal foundation of confidence. The foundation of my confidence was most certainly built a few years ago when I had just turned 19 years old. My whole life, I was never really a person who had acne. I would maybe have a blemish here and there, but nothing to really fret over. And when I turned 19, I woke up one morning with pretty much raging hormonal acne, and I had no idea what to do. I had no idea why. And while my instinct was to feel bad about myself and to spiral, I knew, and I'm very grateful for the version of Ella that I was at that time because she was very knowledgeable to understand this, but I knew I had a decision to make. I could either let it completely define who I was. I could let it control how I felt about myself, how I carried myself, how I showed up in the world, or I could not. So I did something kind of extreme. For almost an entire year, I threw out all of my makeup. My eyelash curler, my mascara, my concealer, blush, all of my essentials gone. And this wasn't because I completely gave up on myself and how I looked and I didn't care anymore, because I did my hair and I put a cute outfit on, but I was trying to show myself that my worth was not attached to my physical appearance. I would go to work, school, friend hangs, completely barefaced. Mind you, I said an entire year, so this is like the dead of winter. I'm pale, under eye circles, no eyelash curler. Like I said, this was very extreme of me, but it proved a lot to myself and my nervous system, which what I was trying to build in myself was this undeniable claim that I am worthy of love, I am worthy of self-acceptance, no matter what I look like when I wake up in the morning, no matter what's going on. I have my own back. That year taught me more about confidence than anything ever has, because I had to learn who I was when I couldn't hide. And the answer was still me. Still worthy, still enough, and that's the foundation that everything else got built on. So maybe you're saying, well, hey, Ella, I don't have raging hormonal acne. Or, my problem's completely different. The overarching theme that I'm trying to implement here is radical self-acceptance. You can't build real confidence on self-rejection. You have to deal with what's underneath, accepting yourself, not when you're perfect, but as you are right now. Some real strategies to help you with this is to stop the when. Stop the I'll feel confident when I have this. I'll feel confident when I look like this. I'll feel confident when I have this job, when I have this money, when I have this bag, when I have this hair, da da da. No. You are allowed to feel good in yourself right now. There is no finish line. Allow yourself to feel good in yourself right now. Whatever you are right now, accept it. You don't have to love it. You do not have to love it, but you do have to accept it and have compassion and have your own back. Grounding. When insecurity hits, you're focused outward on, other people's perceptions. So turn inward and come back to something that's true. Tell yourself you're safe, that you're good enough, and take a deep breath. The last strategy for radical self-acceptance is the mirror of insecurity. In this world, there are a lot of people that are going to try to tear you down for whatever reason. Those reasons we don't even really care about. It's just the fact that confident people don't shrink others. When someone makes you feel small, that's a reflection of their fragility and not your worth. The next way to create a very strong foundation of self-confidence is self-talk. Be your own best friend. This one I love. I use it in all areas of my life, not even just with confidence, but it is so nice knowing that at the end of the day, you have you, and you will always have you. You talk to yourself more than any other human on earth ever will. And most of us are brutal to ourselves. You would never speak to your best friend the way that you speak to yourself in your own head. So why is that okay? Learning how to speak kindly to myself or catch myself when I'm not speaking so kindly has improved me and my overall self-cultivation in so many ways. But it's easier said than done, so I'm going to give you a few strategies to help you guys out. The first one is the best friend test. Catch the cruel thought, say what you'd say to your best friend instead, out loud. Your brain needs to hear it. My next one is compassion over toxic positivity. Don't just think positive. Your nervous system knows it's fake. So back again to my acne story. When that was all happening to me, I noticed that if I tried to toxic positivity myself and be like, oh, I don't care, I love myself, it doesn't matter, I could feel in my body and in my nervous system that wasn't true. Like, I didn't love my skin. It hurt. It was uncomfortable. I didn't find it extremely adorable. But I was okay with accepting it and accepting that it was there and having compassion for myself. So instead of saying like, oh my God, no, I love having acne. Like, I love my skin. Like, it's fine. I would be like, this isn't what we prefer, but it's okay. I love you. I have your back. So what can I do to show up for me right now? Some ways to more just generalize this is, that was hard. I didn't handle it perfectly, and I'm still someone who tries, and that matters. Just being real with real reality and realisticness plus self-compassion is way stronger than any toxic positivity ever will be. My next strategy is catch the story. A lot of self-talk is just a story you've repeated so long it feels like fact. Is it actually true, or have you just been saying it so long you believe it? Rewrite your story. Whatever story you're telling yourself, whatever story is the habit that is in your life, or maybe that is your foundation, turn it into something else. Catch the story and rewrite it. My last strategy for self-talk is daily validation. At least one time a day, tell yourself something you respect about yourself. Not an accomplishment or an award or a medal or a cookie. No. Something you respect about yourself. There's a big difference. Like maybe how kind you are to people. Tell yourself that one thing at the end of your day, and this will help you implement positive self-talk into your daily routine. I'm sad. It's okay.
Sorry, honey.
It's okay. My next habit to create this foundation of confidence is self-care as confidence building. People think self-care is just bubble baths and face masks, but the self-care that actually builds confidence is the unglamorous stuff. Working out when you don't feel like it, getting enough sleep, eating in a way that fuels you and makes you feel good, setting a boundary when it's uncomfortable as shit, showing up consistently when nobody's watching. Every act of self-care is a vote for your own worthiness. You're not just maintaining your body, you're building a case for the belief that you matter enough, vote by vote, action by action, brick by brick, and your brain collects that evidence and turns it into a quiet, unshakable knowing that you are worth taking care of. Repetition and persistence is a big way of creating strong confidence. Confidence, like I said, is not something you're born with. It's something you build. And like anything you build, it's a skill. You have to practice it every day. So this semester, I decided to challenge myself to something new. I tried out for 2 jazz dances. Like I've said 500 times in this video, I have 0 dance background, 0 jazz background, and I filmed the whole thing. I had to learn things like turns and a calypso. And while I wasn't expecting or even needing to get into these dances, it was just another way for me to prove to myself that I can do hard things, that I can try new things, that I can have the confidence to do these things. Pressure builds diamonds, and the discomfort isn't a sign that you're doing it wrong. It's a sign you're doing it at all. Some strategies for this is doing it terrified. Every time you do something uncomfortable and survive, you make a deposit into your confidence bank. The deposit does not require success, just showing up. You also have to reframe your failure. Failure isn't evidence you're not doing good enough. It's evidence you're trying something hard enough to fail at. So every single time I fell while I was practicing these turns and calypsos, I would get right back up because it wasn't evidence that I was doing something wrong. It was evidence that I was trying. You also can't bail. The people who become genuinely confident aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who kept going after they did. That's the secret sauce. Small, deliberate bets. You don't have to start with the scariest thing, kind of like I did. It helped, but I also didn't need to do that. Speak up once. Say yes to the audition you're not ready for. Stack the tries until your brain has undeniable evidence of who you are. Doing it scared is just as brave. Now, this girl that you see on stage was drawn to something that scared her, but she said yes anyways. She put in the work, she got on that stage, and was terrified the entire time. It's never about being the best, or being the most admired, or the most perfect. It's about building such a strong relationship with yourself that fear doesn't get to make the decisions anymore. I live for me, I take care of me, I love and accept me. You can't touch me. Now go build yours. I think that was good.